Podcast. And welcome to Black History Mini Docs Podcast. I am your host for this episode, Reed R. McCants, with the premiere of Season 5 of our podcast series. And I'm also bringing you our Mini Doc preview episode for the month of May. Now, it's going to be a very exciting month with, some great premieres, as well as the return of some of our fan favorites. Now, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our social media pages, especially YouTube, and of course, visit our Black History Mini Docs website. Now, if you are listening over the airwaves, our podcast is brought to you by Buzzsprout, and we are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, and all the rest. So please listen there as well. Black History Mini Docs. Now, we're recording the show a couple of days into the month of May, so I apologize for my lateness, but what can you expect from a one-man and one-woman operation? There's a lot of moving parts to this thing we created called Black History Mini Docs, so please bear with us. First up this month, we already premiered it a few days ago, a wonderful story. It was narrated by Nima Barnett. So let's take a look at it right now. Nannie Helen Burroughs.
Some say a teacher's job is never done. Well, that's certainly the case for one of the greatest teachers ever, Nannie Helen Burroughs. Born in Orange, Virginia on May 2nd, 1879, to formerly enslaved parents, Nannie Helen went on to become an educator, orator, religious leader, a published playwright, a civil rights activist, a feminist, and a businesswoman. Whew, I'm out of breath. But despite excelling academically and graduating with honors, Burroughs found difficulties in securing a teaching position because of the oppressive racial and social prejudices of the time. Regardless, she was determined to create for Black women the opportunities that she did not have. In 1907, in Washington, D.C., Burroughs began planning the National Trade and Professional School for Women and Girls. The school opened in 1909 with 26-year-old Burroughs as its first president. Burroughs adopted the motto, "We specialize in the wholly impossible." The school taught courses in high school and junior college level. She led a faculty and training students through a curriculum that emphasized both vocational and professional skills. Her students would go on to be self-sufficient wage earners. She also became an advocate of Black history, requiring each of her students to pass that course before graduation. Nannie never married. She devoted her entire life to her school and remained its principal until her death on May 20th, 1961. 3 years later, the institution she founded was renamed in her honor, the Nannie Burroughs School. The remarkable Nannie Helen Burroughs. Respect.
I love that story, so I hope you feel as passionate as I feel about her life. It's fantastic. This month, we'll be welcoming back the return of X Month, which is our month-long celebration of El Hajj Malik El-Shabazz, also known as Malcolm X. Take a look at this little promo we put together.
We are African, and we happen to be in America.
If a dog is sick on a black man,
kidnapped and brought to America.
if I have a rifle, if anybody comes to my house,
They look upon us with hostility. We're not American. We are people who formerly were Africans who were kidnapped
This
and brought
afternoon,
to
we want to
America.
talk about the ballot or the bullet.
Then the black man will think like a black man.
Now, we've been doing this month-long tribute for several years now, but this is the first time it will appear on YouTube. Now, visit our X Month page at our Black History Mini Doc website and check out some of the videos that we've done in the past, but we'll have some new stuff for you as well. Some of the past tributes are available, so please check them out. I want you to take a look at a little snippet from a doc that we produced a couple of years ago, and it's going to premiere for the first time on YouTube as well. It's the doc on Malcolm X's wife, Betty Shabazz.
There was a real love between this man and this woman. There was a job to be done, so many minds to be opened, but none of this changed the real love between this man and this woman. She had a house, family, friends. She was their rock. This was no movie. Yet the scene was cast in the lives of millions of black people across the world. There was a real life. There was a real wife and real children who could have been killed that night.
X month is going to be exciting, so please, if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications.
Black action film legend.
Being a big fan myself, I've always idolized those great heroes in motion pictures. So I'm happy to announce the Maxi Doc series premiere this month, Black Action Film Legends. Now, this Maxi Doc is going to include some stars that are familiar and some who are a little bit less familiar. However, these are my favorites, so I hope you enjoy them as well. The list will include Jim Kelly. Now, I don't want to say who else is in the Maxi Doc. You'll have to wait until it premieres later this month. So look out for Black Action Film Legends. It's going to be exciting. Also appearing this month is a redux of our Sugar Ray Robinson and the great Joe Louis, who both are celebrating birthdays in the month of May. Their mini docs will make their debut as standalones, taken from our Maxi Doc, The Great Boxers of All Time. Also premiering for the first time are mini docs on dancer choreographer Judith Jamison, the inventor of the gas mask and a stoplight, Garrett Morgan. Lastly, the story of Anthony Burns, who was a fugitive enslaved African whose life ultimately increased the opposition to slavery in the mid-1800s. So that's going to be a very interesting story to look out for. Well, that's about all we have for this episode for the month of May. Of course, we're going to have some other stuff popping up as surprises. But I thank you all for watching and listening. Now, please subscribe and like us on YouTube. And, of course, turn on notifications. And your subscriptions help us and enable us to bring this content to you, our mini, micro, and maxi docs on a regular basis. So please sub us up. Until next time, I'm Reed R. McCann. Stay safe, stay cool, stay right. But don't stand on the side. Get in the fight. Later.
Podcast.